Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward for Lettermen Row, back with another BuckIQ. We've got former Ohio State and NFL star Beanie Wells in the building with us. You know, we're talking tailbacks, the running game. And Beanie, it's a transition now. This position that you played for Ohio State, that Cadillac position that's been referred to, a little bit transition. Mike Weber's heading to the NFL. J.K. Dobbins, you know he's going to be that primary back, but whether you need a complement or a backup or however that workload is going to shake out, somebody else needs to step up.
Absolutely, and I think Master Teague is probably going to be that guy that does step up. We saw him in action last year at times. I thought he looked very good, and him coming out of high school, he was one of the highly touted backs in the country. So I think he'll be that complimentary back to J.K. this year.
And what's interesting is that, Beanie, you and I have talked about this before, like Master Teague is not going to just be handed that job. We've talked about the signees that are coming in, Marcus Crowley. DeMario McCall can be a factor. He's a guy that you like there to run the football a little bit. This is not going to be easy, even though we're going to look on film here with BuckIQ and see what Teague brings to the table. You still have to go out and earn it.
Oh, no question about it, man. This is Ohio State. Every single year they're going to be bringing in top-tier talent. Guys are going to be competing. Everybody wants an opportunity to touch the football here, especially at the running back spot. DeMario McCall has been a guy that I've been clamoring for a long time now, and you know, who knows? Maybe he's out of the doghouse.
Well, maybe there's going to be another BuckIQ coming from Beanie to look at Mario so he can talk about one of his guys there. But right now, we're going to put on that tape of Master Teague and see what happens there. So let's go ahead and roll the tape.
Martell in the backfield with Master Teague. Teague gets the first down, and he's going to get a touchdown. Two true freshmen, Brian Sneed and Master Teague.
All right, Beanie, the first thing that any coach wants to do when you get these true freshmen in the game is give them as close as you can, some live reps. So that's why you see Ryan Day 4th and 1 in that season opener. He's got Master Teague in there and an opportunity to show what he can do.
And this is one of those situations right here where Master Teague shows that, you know what, he takes advantage of the opportunity right there, breaks a couple of tackles. It's like 3 guys he ran into, bounces off, takes it the distance. That's something you want to see out of our young running back. You want to see if they're going to be physical. And this play proves it.
I think sometimes people look at this as like, well, it's garbage time. Well, for a true freshman running back in his first game, that's not garbage time.
Oh, no question.
It's the most important rep he's ever had.
Oh, absolutely. And let it be your first carry and you're taking it the distance like that. I mean, that's one of those situations that you are definitely able to build confidence from, and you get a chance to see what it feels like to get some live action in the game situation.
When you look at this, Beanie, and you touched on breaking the tackle, is it impressive to you? Because I'm just asking. He goes and he looks like he's just trying to get that first down, right? He happens to make a play in the hole here, but that stands out to me. He's trying to get a tough 4th and 1 conversion, and he's not trying to make something extra happen.
Absolutely, and he's doing what coaches teach young runners to do. You got 2 guys right there. You split defenders. You split defenders, put your head down, and when it's blocked for 1, you got to get 2. And I think that's what we're seeing right here. He not only gets to 1 yard, he gets many more by breaking those tackles.
Quarterback. Former 3-star prospect from Montgomery High School in Skillman.
So we started with the best one. This was the best carry for Master Teague's first year. It'll be a little bit slower from down here, but you can still learn something, and that's what we're trying to do here as we project forward. And you know, this is just something hard-nosed. Again, it's a 4th quarter. You're trying to run out the clock, but you know, he's pushing forwards and moving that pile a little bit.
Absolutely. One of the things I look for when I'm watching young running backs is their vision. You don't have to be the most athletic, the fastest guy at the running back position, but vision will take you a long way. And this is a situation where it doesn't look like much, but he sees that guy coming off that block, and he's able to get right behind the tackle and just churn out those yards and get what's not really there, because that's a play right there in my mind that probably should be stopped in the backfield.
Of Chris Ash is to try to limit the ability for other schools to get into his backyard and get some of those guys out.
When you look at this stuff too, Beanie, do you know right away, how long does it take for a running back to, how many carries you watch, something like this or this next play that we're going to go through here early on? How long does it take you to know if you've got a good idea of what they can become?
You know, when you give me a series where a guy's touched the ball about 5 or 6 times and he's gotten an opportunity to get comfortable, I can tell you right off bat, you know, if this guy is going to be a good one or not, and we have something.
He looks like, I don't know, J.K. Dobbins is not going to be always somebody that's going to bowl somebody over. I wonder if this could be, as you look at this, a sort of, you know, that cliche thunder and lightning. If he becomes the, you know, the hitter, the short yardage guy, or however his role develops this year.
I think so. With what we've seen with these past couple of tapes and these past couple of views that we're watching right now, I mean, He's a guy that's not afraid of contact. So in those short yardage situations, and he's bigger than J.K., you're going to want a bigger guy back there, a guy that's going to take on defenders and kind of churn out those yards and get you that 1-2 extra yard that you may not get with necessarily a smaller back.
It'll be the final play here. Teague up the middle, and Master Teague down to the 39-yard line. That's a first down.
Next week, they go to Happy Valley with Penn State, and that'll be interesting. I believe that this Ohio State team is actually more.
When you go into, not everybody's going to have that same maybe level of success that you had during your freshman year. What's the toughest adjustment for a guy like Master who's looking for a bigger role heading into his second year?
You know, I think the toughest adjustment is understanding your role. And obviously when you got a guy that is really talented, that's been out there, you're always chomping at the bit. So sometimes you got to accept a smaller role and understand that role, but take advantage of every opportunity that you get. So I think that's going to be key for him, is taking advantage of the opportunities. Because if you take advantage of those and you make those 4-yard gains and you turn them into 10-yard gains and so on and so forth, you're going to get chances to touch the ball a lot more.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of chances in that first year, but hey, there's only one football, and Ohio State had a lot of talent last year. Sometimes you have to wait your turn. So
absolutely.
Master Teague has more opportunities like this one coming for him. Spring practice is going to be big, as Beanie knows. That's another first down right there. That's something that he can put on in the offseason and maybe feel a little bit better about himself.
Oh, right? No doubt about it. I mean, I like seeing he's able to break guys down and be able to get up inside that cut and make a guy miss in the open field. That's critical. That's
Master Teague. It's coming from somebody who knows full well what it takes to succeed at Ohio State, get to that next level. That's Beanie Wells joining us at Lettermen Row for another BuckIQ. So for Beanie, thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Ward, and we'll see you next time.